Hi, I'm back. Alright, so I finished putting most of the parts together and doing a little bit of masking. Masked the canopy here and attached it with a little bit of white glue. I still see a little bit of white glue there. It hasn't quite dried. I blocked off the back here where I'm going to be attaching the engine nozzles. So I'm going to paint the engine nozzles separately, then attach them. I dry fit them. They were a good fit, so I'm confident they'll glue and attach fine. Reason the blanket, just so that I have a nice clean plastic surface here. So when I glue them on, it'll be plastic to plastic. I have blanked off, masked off the undercarriage here. So the areas which I pre-painted white, they're all taped off. So when I spray this and color paint this in, I'll just peel it off and remain white. That's basically it. I did notice a couple of finishes with this particular model. There was a slight gap seam. I don't know if you can see it here anymore. I put a little bit of filler in there. And also probably the biggest part here with filler was here we're attaching the intake, this area here, which is really, you have your bottom, your top, you have where the canards are, and the this intake. So you have multiple joints here, so that does need a little bit of filler in there, and also the nozzle, the nose section did need a little bit of filler around the edge here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and prime this and start painting. The paint job that I think I'm going to do for this is going to be the German planable, I think. So what I'm going to do first, after I prime it, I'm going to paint the nose cone. Once that's dry, I'm going to mask it off and then paint the rest of the body. The rest of the body is just one uniform color. This is calling out for F, which is barley gray. So that's the main color of the body, and the nose cone here is listed as blue-gray. So just a little different shades of gray. Alright, so I'll be back. Alright, thank you. Hello. Just before I start painting, I just want to show you the model primed. As you see, I primed it in black, top and bottom all the way around. As I mentioned before, these little inexpensive kits, actually any inexpensive kits are good for for trying out some new things. In my case, I'm trying out a new primer from a spray can, Rust-Oleum's Ultra Cover Primer. In this case in black, also bounced plastic. This is a 12-ounce can. I picked it up at a local hardware store here by me for about $5. So I'm trying it out, see how it works. So far, so good. It's a matter of getting used to it, because this can is really under high pressure. So it's unlike your airbrush, you can regulate the pressure, low pressure, and get nice and close and whatnot. With this, you really need to be a good 8-10 inches away as you spray them on. It can't be too close, otherwise you'll get pulling on it of the primer because of the high pressure that comes out of the can. So there's something new I'm trying out. Like I said, these kits good to try out. Some new techniques, specifically painting techniques, not just your modeling skills. Alright, we'll be right back after I finish painting. Thanks. Okay, I'm done with my painting here. Just to show you quickly before I start the decaling process. So everything's been painted, got my nozzles painted and attached. Wheel walls, took off all the tape except for the masking tape, with the exception of the canopy. I'll take that at the very last after everything is done. So here's my plane. I have my other little small pieces and got them all pre-painted. I'll clip them and touch them up on the sprue. So my next big step is going to be applying all the decals. So there's approximately, I don't know, if I decide to put all the nose steps and so forth, probably 50, 60-ish little decals to put on the plane. So that's my next big step. So I'll be back after that is done. Thanks. Hello and welcome to the last part of this build. Right, so here's the Eurofighter, all completed, decaled, and assembled. As you see, side, bottom, the rear, and the front. I'll have some close-up pictures at the end of this video. Decals went down fine. I mean, there are a lot of decals, but I did not put all those little small no-step decals that go all along the wing edge. Quite frankly, they're small, they're hardly legible at this size, and they'll just look at best little black blobs. dots around the edge of the window, so I did not put them. I just put the main ones that would actually stand out and be noticeable, like the tail, the engine warnings, the exhaust warnings, the ejection warnings, and so forth that you see there. So overall, it's a nice little kit. Like I said, it's a quick build. I mean, you can definitely do this if you wanted to over a weekend. You know, build one day, prime, paint the next day, and the last day do your finishing of the decals, the decals, and so forth. So here it is. I mean, no real big building issues with this. The main issues were really with the engine intake here, and also the nose. They need a little bit of filling and sanding to get them down nice and smooth. I have built a Eurofighter before. I actually did an Airfix version, which is here before. So this is the Airfix one that I had done before in the Spain livery. So here they're both side by side. As far as the two kits concerned, I mean, the HobbyBoss is definitely a better kit, better detail, goes together much easier. The pluses on the Airfix one, the front canards are movable. You can move them up and down, although I have them fixed. It does come with a pilot, and probably more important for most people is that it does come with armament. You have missiles, you have your fuel tanks, which the HobbyBoss does not come with. But yeah, so I guess it's a balance. I guess best is trying to combine both. Combine the missiles from here, fuel tanks, to this. I mean, I don't know if you can tell here, but there's a big difference in detail. I mean, here where you have all the detail underneath, here on the Airfix one, this is literally smooth to the touch. Everything underneath here, this is all smooth, hardly any panel lines to speak of underneath there. So there's a big difference in that kind of details. The same thing with the engine exhaust, details a little bit better here. So that's the build. So I mean, these HobbyBoss easy kits, I recommend them. Easy assembly kits, I recommend them. I mean, they're quick, they're easy, they're nice, good to put together where you're in between builds, or to build with your son or daughter if they're young, starting out, or you are restarting in the hobby. Highly recommend them. I bought these at Squadron. The HobbyBoss ones I bought in Squadron. Actually picked up a few. Picked up the Corsair, one of my favorite planes, and I picked up a few jets which I didn't have, but just nice to have. A little Sabre, Thunderjet here, and also a MiG-15. Again, I got these all from Squadron. They had a sale a few months ago, so I literally picked these up for a couple of, you know, well under $10 each, and get them bunched together, and you pay $10 shipping. You know, it works out pretty well. So anyway, so that's my build, so stay tuned. I'll have some pictures of this finished model, and I hope you're enjoying your builds. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.